You do this just like any other screw, righty tighty, lefty loosey. After removing the stock, the first thing that you're going to do, or the next thing that you're going to do, is remove the ramrod. After removing the ramrod, you're going to remove the trigger. This is key when cleaning a muzzleloader. I'll show it. So with your trigger and the stock removed, next thing that you will do is you will take a smaller Allen wrench that fits the right size to the hole of the screw to remove this little screw here that removes, so that way you can remove your hammer from the actual barrel itself. So I'm just going to quickly remove this screw. It is very tiny, so be careful not to lose it. The next thing that you're going to do after removing this screw is just ever so slightly, and you can tell mine is well greased by how easily the hammer is removed. After removing the hammer, the next thing that you will need is a multi-tool only made by Knight, meant for the Knight guns themselves. One end will have tongs with a hole in the center for removing the cat nipple. The other will be flat and will have a slight ridge, almost like a flathead screwdriver. You're going to stick the nipple in first to remove the cap. Once you remove the cap nipple, the next thing that you will do is flip the multi-tool around and use the flat-headed end. Then ever so easily, you will remove out your breech plug. Your breech plug. After removing both your nipple and your breech plug, reminder to set them in hot, soapy water. So after removing those, you will take a cloth and any barrel cleaner. My family makes their own, but you can buy any type of barrel cleaner at Walmart, Meijer, any of your convenience stores usually carries a gun barrel cleaner. So get a couple good sprays, place it on the end of the barrel, no matter which end down, just as long as it's wet. Use your ramrod. I particularly like to buy I bought my own. It's longer than the barrel itself, that way I can have a few extra inches and I'm not pulling it so tight. So next you'll stick it down out, you'll see the white come through in just a moment. Just go all the way through, pull it back out, and repeat. I like to kind of do it in a spinning motion. I feel like it comes out a little bit easier. So after a few times, of passing your cloth through. You're going to see some dirtiness on the cloth. This dirtiness should not be there. I would recommend to repeat the cloth through until you get as much of the black powder residue out as possible. If you can get it perfectly clean, that would be awesome, but not many people can. After running your brush through and cleaning, or your rag through and cleaning out your barrel, the next thing to do is to take your hot soapy water that you had everything in, stick down in a toothbrush, and clean off all of your different components, from the breech plug to the cap nipple to even your hammer. Once you finish cleaning each thing, make sure it's properly dried to prevent from rusting. See, nice and clean. So then you will repeat with your breech plug and cap nipple. So for time's sake, what I'm going to do is just put back in my breech plug, screw it back down, when you put in your breech plug, I like to use, it's called C-Stick. It's made by CVA is where I like to get mine from, but you can use any kind of non-seize grease. That's what I like to use, is this. It's like a stick. It's a black non. After putting on your breech plug, the next thing that you will be adding on would be your nipple. So when you add your nipple on, you place it in the tool itself, then ever so gently slide it down into the barrel, and once again tighten down so it's nice and snug. It don't have to be overly exerted, and you don't have to show all your muscles. Just nice muscles, but it just has to be nice and snug. Put a little bit of the black non-stick, just a little bit, about half a turn's worth, on the hammer itself. Just tighten it back in with your fingers. Should go relatively easily in, just because you used grease. Use your small Allen wrench and place back in your hammer screw. Without this, you'd take a shot and your hammer would go right out the back and keep flying at you. The next thing to do would be to add your trigger back in place. So to do it by yourself without any help, you will line it up with a hole, start the screw ever so slightly just so that the trigger will hold up on it by itself, pull back the hammer, set down your trigger, you'll hear it click, and then take your bigger Allen wrench and tighten it down. And then make sure at all times that your hammer is not locked. After putting on your trigger, you'll take your stock back out, place the barrel back in its stock, and add the barrel screw back inside the barrel. snug it down, edge ramrod, and you are ready for your next trip. Thank you for watching. This is how you clean a MK89 night muzzleloader. If there's any questions, I'll put a step-by-step in the description. Thank you for watching.